At 4 o'clock, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any public comment tonight? Okay, you just come to the microphone there and state your name.
My name is Glenn Mason. I live about 3 miles east of Shenandoah.
Okay,
So everybody knows. Okay, and this is not a political statement. I'm not a person who's either pro-ICE, anti-ICE, pro-immigrant, anti-immigrant. I'm just saying a concern I think we should look at here for Page County. As you know, in Nebraska, McCook, Nebraska, their prison was taken over as a ICE detention center, okay? And these places are popping up all over the country. Many places in the country have fought against this, and a lot of them are in red states, like a couple of places in Oklahoma and Missouri and Idaho and so on. One of the things I think we need to look at is before it becomes a problem here and they decide they want this, that we have an ordinance by the board that prohibits changing our correctional facility into an ICE detention center. And the reason being is, once you get it, it's going to be impossible to get rid of it. And if you allow them to get started in there, it's going to be, it becomes very hard to get it changed. We want to be more proactive than reactive. One of the problems that you have when you do this is these places tend to be woefully overcrowded, and disease like the one in Houston gets rampant in the place. And as it comes out there, once it gets in their place, it's going to spread to the general population around here. You can't keep that from happening. And it's something we don't want to have to deal with. That's just my suggestion, is that you have a county attorney can write up a statute for you that are an ordinance that would prohibit this from happening. This has happened in other places where they fought against this to keep this from happening. Okay.
well, thank you for your suggestion, but I will tell you, this is a state prison.
I
So
understand
the
that. I
The county
understand.
has nothing.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna tell you, the county can't do anything to stop anything that they do.
You could always have an ordinance not allowing anywhere in the state or in the county to have a detention center. That's what other places have done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Is there any other public comment? Do you have one? Okay. He's our engineer, so he'll be talking anyway. Yeah. Did you have something to say?
Okay, go ahead.
No, because he's got a time on the agenda.
I don't know, I don't.
If you're public comment. Are you here for Home Base Iowa? No. Number 9. Oh, okay, suspension of taxes. Okay, sorry. All right, we'll let JD talk then.
Good afternoon, JD King, Page County Engineer. It's a beautiful day in Page County. Although it reminds me of my ex-girlfriend, a little colder than it looks. Well, you probably want the engineer's update too, don't you?
I suppose we do.
Yeah, we didn't come just for the comedy.
Okay.
So that up Route 8 went out yesterday morning. We're blading at select locations. In other words, not the whole road, just the problem areas. Got a couple trucks hauling rock in support of that. And the rest of the crew are cutting brush around trees or mowing brush, or they're shearing brush up on cleats. We also did a couple interviews for motor grader positions. We got a couple more to do. Regular work at the shop. Been getting some bad information on our sign truck down in Tennessee, or at least that's where it was. Dodge has not done the recall work yet. So I guess it'll get here when it gets here.
So it's not in St. Joe, it's in Kansas City.
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
We also do have a new international cabin chassis in our shop. It's missing some pieces. And we're gonna do some work on it and then send it back. Or send it up to, the truck equipment place to figure out how we're gonna deal with the hydraulic pump. This is a new model. It's a vocational truck, so it's gonna have a hydraulic pump on it. Why it's so difficult to figure this out, I'm not sure, although this is,
So we don't know what to do with it.
well, they've got to figure it out how to mount the hydraulic pump and get power to it. Unlike the Max we have now.
So where are what pieces are missing?
Oh, trim piece here or there. It's just kind of
Are they gonna
casual. They're gonna fix it.
fix it? Okay.
They just,
But we have to send it somewhere, so we're paying to send it?
they'll have to go back to Louisville.
Okay.
They're gonna pay for the transport and all of that.
Find out. We're working on the fiscal year 27 budget and program, county and DOT side. Project development on the Yorktown bridges, J53, which is coming up in the April letting. And the bridge out north of town on Redwood. Also, I'll be attending a work zone safety training class tomorrow in Council Bluffs. Questions for the update?
Would you bring some good news next time?
About the trucks?
Yeah,
How about no news?
well, that'd be okay too. We've heard it's in St. Joe for the last 2 or 3
3
weeks
months.
and
Month.
month. Okay.
Thank you.
Beginning to think it took the same route as that
The
substation.
substation, I think you're right. Yeah.
Transformer?
Yeah,
Yeah, the transfer, yeah.
yep, think so. Okay. Chris, I guess you're up, or Jeff? I don't see Jeff on there.
Okay, Chris Falk, your site superintendent for the Samuels Group on the new Page County Jail. Got lots of work going on out the site right now. Roughing continues with electric. We do have permanent power in the building, so that's some good and exciting news. They did get some permanent power around the building, so we're starting to take down some of the temporary stuff, clean up some of the cords that are around the building. That'll start happening this week. Getting more lighting in the building so trades can see what's going on a little better. They're still running breaker panels from the breaker panels out, some home run wiring. We do have some fire alarm and security wiring going on right now. Starting to get that in place. The crews out there running security wire trays for the wire going back into the IT room. And they did install some lighting panels, so they're starting to work on those. The plumbers are on site, still roughing in behind the cells for water and sewer venting. This last week we were up on the roof. We got some nice weather, so we set all of our exhaust fans and got those watered tight. And next Tuesday we'll be swinging the RTUs, the rooftop units for the heating and cooling, and they'll be set. So, and with any luck, if they get the security bars in, we'll start setting skylights as well. So the forecast looks like we're gonna get some pretty decent weather coming in the next couple of weeks. So we're gonna try to get as much of the roof stuff done as possible. So with that, they've been working on some HVAC drops. They're actually doing hookups now. So all the ductwork is starting to be connected together, and that's starting to really take shape in the building. Door frames are being put in. We did get some security door frames in, so those are being installed on the detention side. Still working on fire stop and caulking, and they're really starting to concentrate in the booking area, putting door frames in. They started that today and getting those ready to be grouted in place. So, and they also put in the CMU walls for the desks and stuff this last week. So it's really changed quite a bit. I encourage you all to go out there and take a look, and it's starting to change by the day, actually. They did put up drywall is up in most areas. We're waiting on the insulators to get done so we can drywall the plumbing walls, but they also started taping those off. So finishing of the drywall has started as well. And sprinkler work is pretty much done on the detention side. They're working on the dispatch side, but they are working now on the detention side. As far as the jail cells themselves, WDSI's out there. They've got pretty much all the ceilings in now, and the front panels are on. Now they'll start this week working on the top panels to finish off those cell frames. So they start working on that. On March 6th, we're still expecting our detention frames to come in so we can start working on the day room areas and getting those put in and start finishing off the cell areas. But that work is progressing quite nicely. Low voltage will still happen the next upcoming week. Electricians are busy trying to get more and more power in the building. Cunningham's setting the water meter today. Starting to think about doing hookups that way and start putting water in the building in the different areas as well. As I mentioned, the RTUs will go up on the building. Drywall will continue to happen. We're starting to see some of the frost come out of the ground. So I'm going to say it, I shouldn't, but we're going to try to do concrete for in the next couple of weeks. We're going to try to get that Sally Port poured at minimum, and maybe work on some of the exterior. They're going to start doing the front entrance too. I think Graphite's got their steel crew on schedule to come in next week and start putting up the vestibule part. So I think that's about it.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. We got a lot going on out
That's
there,
a lot.
but we're racing towards the start doing the finishing, putting in pictures and stuff. So we're trying to get done with all the rough in stuff, which is pretty busy time out there.
Sounds good. You know what happened to
Any
those breakers?
questions?
You know what happened to those breakers?
What's that?
You know what happened to those breakers?
We do not yet. We're looking into that.
Sorry.
We'll figure it out, but no, we don't know what happened. It's a weirdest thing, but we'll get it figured out.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Home Base Iowa presentation.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, hello.
I'm kind of loud. It's like being a drill sergeant and getting out of the military. I tend to be a little bit loud. So my name is James Stout. I am with Home Base Iowa. And I want to start off by apologizing. So we started working on the project with Page County back in September 14th, 2023, where there is a signed resolution that I have, and I believe my cohort there has also. And I don't know, he'll have to show you. So basically, the resolution number 53-2023 was a resolution supporting Home Base Iowa. So what we're doing now is we're re-engaging. And I wasn't with the program. I was with a different program at the time. I do apologize for such a late getting back to this important thing for the county. So what I'm trying to do now is pick up again where we left off back then and continue to work on off the resolution in order to have Page County become the 86th county in the state of Iowa. So we just finished with Tama County. I did that a couple weeks ago. And basically we work on things like some incentives. Some of the incentives could be as simple as installing smoke detectors or carbon monoxide. Or if someone relocates, say a soldier or a veteran relocates to your county, there is like a waiver of like their utilities, like for hookups and stuff like that. It's really simple stuff like that that the soldiers and veterans are looking for that could attract them to your area. Plus, we are seeing a lot more people locating out away from the cities, the big cities and stuff. I'm one of them. I don't like big cities. I want to live out in the area where I can move around and stuff. I like that. So what we want to do is, and Rick Honeycutt is also there. He is our local veterans employment rep. He's going to talk about business side, but I want to be able to at least reintroduce Home Base Iowa to the county board, and hopefully we can, at some time at your convenience, sit down and talk about how we can have Page County become the 86th county and what it takes to do that. I did send the packet and some information via email. That way it's a little bit easier to see that and see what's necessary to be done. What I do want is Rick is going to cover the business side of the house. That is his forte. He's been doing it for a long time. He's a great individual. Call him the dog man because he trains service dogs. So Rick, if you want to talk briefly about the business side.
That brings up to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a copy of the written. I don't know if you have it. It's some other information in there.
you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here today. My name is Rick Honeycutt, and I'm the local veteran employment representative for Iowa Works, and I cover the western third of Iowa, which includes Page County and the southwest area of Iowa. What I do is I go out to businesses and I talk to them about the benefits of hiring veterans, and then also advocate for veteran hiring. One of the programs that we have, obviously, is Home Base Iowa Designated Employers. That's where the employer becomes designated as veteran friendly. And a lot of companies want to say they're veteran friendly, but by becoming Home Base Iowa Designated, they have a little skin in the game. What we mean is they have showed the community and they showed Home Base Iowa that they are capable of being able to address recruiting veterans. A couple of things that the companies have to have is they have to have a recruiting account on Iowa Works, and they also have to participate in an onboarding session to learn about the Home Base Iowa and what we offer them. It's a two-way street. They assist us by providing the jobs. We assist them by trying to provide them the veterans. I wish I had a pocket full of veterans for all the companies out there, because I have companies every day asking me for veterans. Iowa does not have a active duty military installation. Our closest one to this area is obviously Offutt Air Force Base. So, and we look at how we can recruit some of those veterans to this area. I'm here to assist in any way that I can to help businesses become a Home Base Iowa Designated Employer. The packet I gave you shows a couple of things in there about Home Base Iowa and what I do as the Veteran Employment Services. If you have any questions, I'm here for that. I'll stay around afterwards in case anybody has any questions for me. Any questions at this time?
Do you work with the local VAs?
I work with service organizations. I talk to them and try to work with them. Also, I work with the county veteran service officers.
Right, yeah, and they're very active in Page County.
Right.
So, yeah.
And a lot of times, because I work with the businesses, I also go with the Chamber of Commerce and things like that to try and reach out to them and see how I can assist them in finding the right employees, especially veterans.
Okay.
And I've been out to the Shenandoah office several times.
Good, okay. We just had a report from them the other day. We were working on budget, so it sounds like, they really are helping the veterans and.
And I also have some flyers.
Okay, thank you very much, Rick, and thank you. James, do you have more for us, James?
I just want to leave one thing. So the skin of the game for the state of Iowa. We are the only state that has this particular program. And one of the things that we use that help get us people to the state of Iowa, the veterans, the soldiers. I'm currently working with a soldier that's stationed in Vilseck, Germany. One of the things that's attracting to the state of Iowa is $5,000 that helps with their closing costs. That is supplied by the state of Iowa, and there is forms for that we walk through. Whoever the county rep would be for the program, we actually walk them through. It actually goes through a lender. It does not go into the veteran or soldier's hand. It goes straight into the closing costs. There is other different programs available. And then, of course, some of the different counties, and you can go on the website and look. But so, for example, I'll say Clinton County has $1,500 from the county and then $1,500 from the city of Clinton. So, but that varies across the state. There is some counties that just have welcome packets. And then one county has the welcome packet and then has the carbon monoxide tester being installed by the fire department. So those are just small incentives, but the thing is that those make a difference. So I just want to throw that in there because we are one of the few states, only state with HPI and with the $5,000. It's not a grant. They do not have to pay it back. It goes straight towards their mortgage.
Thank you for your presentation today. I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
If there's something more we can do, as I say, it might be a good idea to work through our Veterans Affairs office in Shenandoah. I know they do a lot, but they're probably more apt to be able to know the veterans and help.
I think one of the things that James said there that's important is the packet that we can get forward. If we can get the packet set forward with just minimal incentives, you can always add to the incentive package as it becomes more apparent within the community. But I think what's important is if you don't get your name out there, it's not going to be seen. And one of the things that we're doing is we are marketing home-based Iowa outside of Iowa because has to have the 4 pillars. It has to have there's the education part of it where individuals that come into Iowa that are veterans, they don't have to establish residency in order to get residency in tuition. The second thing is the employers. The third thing is the community. And the fourth thing is the soldiers or the veterans. They all have to combine together to bring it in. And if you think about an incentive, what's going to bring somebody to Iowa? There's 3 things that's a veteran that's going to bring them. First, they're from Iowa originally. Second thing is family or friends. I always like to joke that if you marry a girl from Iowa, you're coming to Iowa sometime, right? And then the third thing is a job. And it has to be a sustainable job. But you have to think about an individual picking up from where they're at, not knowing anything about a community and coming in for that occupation. So some of those incentives are very good incentives to bring people into the community. But we also know that some communities can't afford large incentives. But what's an incentive that's meaningful to bring somebody in? If it can be provided by, a realtor or your realtor say, hey, we'll give you $1,000 towards your closing costs. Who's going to get that money back anyway? The realtor. You think about it. So it's something that you can put out there for them.
Yep.
And talk to your chamber of commerce in your community. Say, this is a fund that's there. Once it's used up to a year, it's put back in, and then once it's used up, you have to sustain it. It's not a huge cost to the county, but we all know that budgets are tight.
Yeah.
Right. Very much so.
And the state does put in its $5,000 towards closing costs, which is very big.
That sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Kristen, did you hear anything back?
Still
Okay. So we'll wait another week on the courthouse roof bid. Okay. Our next item is discuss action suspension of taxes. And we have a request and a resolution number 12-26, 2026. It's increased lots 42 and 43, the south 62 feet. Shenandoah. And it's owned by Esther Thompson. That's you. Okay. All right. You have anything you want to say or no? Just requesting.
Just requesting to try to help me get caught back up.
Okay. And you do know when taxes are suspended that you will have to eventually pay them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just don't want anybody to go into it blindly. So, yeah.
No, plan is to make some payments, so it
Okay.
keeps it going.
Yep.
I don't get too far behind.
Okay. All right. Do I hear a motion to approve resolution number 12-2026?
I make a motion that we approve resolution 12-2026.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion has been approved. Maybe. So, okay. Mhm. All right. Our next item is board communication. Any board communication?
Do not have anything except for there's a Iowa, or the Page County
Central Committee.
Central Committee meeting Thursday.
Okay. I was supposed to have a DCAT meeting tomorrow, but evidently they canceled it, moved it to March. I do have some information, Brian can address that later about questions on the roll-offs, so we can talk about that later. But anyway, okay, do I hear a motion to approve the claims?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to approve the February 3rd meeting minutes? Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yes, I turned the page over, the 3rd through the 5th.
Make
Had
a
a busy
motion to
week.
approve the minutes as stated.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Next item is to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, adjourned at 4:27.